Hey guys, simple question. Are diasporans coming to Africa to build or destroy? Let's talk about it when I return on the Eric McNeil Be Free Show.
Black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. You have just discovered the Eric McNeil Be Free Show, where we discuss being financially independent, responsible for self, enjoying life, and empowering others free. So on this episode, we're gonna talk about something that might be a little controversial here. I've been thinking about, and I asked the question: are African, well, I ain't gonna say African American, I'm gonna say diasporans. Are diasporans that are coming back to the continent, coming here to build or destroy? And I'll tell you why I asked that question. Because it just seems like so many diasporans coming back here are just angry. They're part of this anger club, as I call it. And it seems that they come over here with this mindset where they can't stop talking about the white man for whatever reason. It's like, oh, the white man, this sort of. But if you're coming back to the continent and you claim that you can't live out your best life because the white man prevented it, then when you come back to the continent, what's the excuse then? One would think that at this point, because I'm gonna turn this off right about now. I've got my phone going, so I'm gonna turn this off and we're gonna keep it rolling. But it seems to me that if your problem in the US was the white man, and that's the reason why you're just not the greatest that you can be, then what's the problem now? You come over here and every conversation is still about the white man. You come over here, you have black pilots on the plane and black stewardess. You have black bankers, you have black lawyers, you have black doctors, you have black businessmen, you have black farmers, you have black taxi, truck drivers, you have black everything. So why is it that the conversation is still about the white man? I don't know, but it seems to me that you can classify black people coming back to the continent almost like in three categories, I say. The first category seems to be the group that are almost like the rabble-rousers. They're here, and the way that they get people to buy into what they're doing is talk about how angry they should be at the white man. And when you come over here, you just hear, hey, the white man, this and that, we need to come together, brother. So this is that hard so-called Pan-Africanist that just won't let it die. The white man is the one who calls up. The white man is to this, too. And that seems to be kind of the rabble-rouser type. And then the next group of people, they're kind of on the fence. They come over here, they're easily impressionable. So what happens with this group, we'll call this group Group B. The first group is Group A. I'm going to call that the hardcore. White man is the one responsible for all the problems. You should be angry at the white. We should get the white. That's Group A. Then, the Group B is one that's coming, they like on the fence. And so once they get here, Group A encourages them to follow me. Well, I'm gonna protect you, we're gonna do it. Brother, come out tonight to support. And, that white man gonna get us. We got to do this, brother. We got to do this for the club. And then Group B falls right into their clutches. And next thing you know, Group A is squeezing every penny they got from them over here. Hey brother, you gonna support the mission, you gonna support this? Hey brother, can you loan me 600 cities for my rent? Can you loan me $500? Can you loan me, can you loan me this? But it's for the cause, brother. It's for the cause. And so Group A falls into the hands of Group B falls into the hands of Group A and ends up losing everything because they get used. And then you have a Group C. They don't really get down with either group. They just go their own separate ways, and they're typically quiet, building, and you don't hear them talking a lot. They just executing, right? And I guess, if I had to say, I would fall into the Group C. I do my thing. But it's interesting that we have this dynamic where we talk about the white man holding us back, but there's so many instances here where our own people, and especially, those who say that they're so-called these Pan-Africanists, are oftentimes the biggest people that, are holding us back. So anyway, I don't know if you guys recall that Ghana had given the citizenship, some of you might remember that, to some Diasporans. They gave the citizenship to some of us, but I was part of that first group, and I even made a video. I didn't talk about what I'm about to say now, but I did make a video about the citizenship, talking about the Mahama, dancing for Mahama paper. You see a link. I'll put a link right here. I'll put the link up. But anyway, I was part of that first group. Not only was I part of the first group, but I was one of the first people to turn my paperwork in. Now, I'll tell you, I have a habit of just speaking my mind, so, I get thrown out of some of the groups. They'd be like, you out the group. And so, but I say that to say that when it came down to give the citizenship, my application was missing, just Spanish. Poof. Didn't get it. Resend it. Okay. And I'm pretty meticulous. I'm fairly meticulous now. I send my stuff email. This, here you go. This is the date I sent it. I tell you the dates I sent it. But it came up missing. So I didn't, I still went, got it back in and ended up going to the interview, but I didn't get chosen. That's, now I don't know. I'm not blaming nobody. I'm just telling y'all how it went down. But I say that to say, that a lot of times we hold ourselves back and then we blame it on white supremacy, on the white man and this man. A lot of times it's the black man or woman holding the black man or the black woman back, right? But we're blaming, blame game. Now get this, about 2 years ago, my friends John and Safiyyah, that some of you are subscribed to their channels, they have a YouTube channel called Nativeborn, and they came to the house to do an interview at the house. And that video, if you go to their channel, you see that's like one of their most popular videos when they came to the house to do about the sustainable house and the earth bag house that they did here. And so it was a very good video. It's like the third or fourth most popular video that they have, and that's Nativeborn. Now that was about 2 years ago. After about a year went by, I contacted John and asked him, I said, hey, I'm in the market to sell my house, and I remember you did the video. can you do another video just letting your viewers know that I'm about to sell the house? So Judge was like, sure, Eric, that's no problem. So he put together a little video saying that, hey, you know, this house that we did the interview with Eric, is for sale. That and that was about a year ago. And so anyway, I was reading some of the comments back then, and there's this few negative comments about the house price being, you know, too high, it was overpriced. And now mind you, I reduced the price of the house drastically because I wanted a quick sale. And there's this person that came, Marcus Loveless, internet troll, aka internet troll. And so Marcus Loveless just started posting all of these comments about how a fool and their money will soon part. And you know, and I'm trying to engage Marcus Loveless to say, you know, Marcus Loveless basically says, you know, a fool and their money will soon part. So I ask him, I say, you know, perhaps you'll benefit by visiting our website at blah 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 to understand why this home is superior than most homes on the market. And Marcus Loveless goes on, let's see, Marcus Loveless says, well, actually a couple comments went, and then I actually replied again because Marcus Loveless just kind of ignored me, but trying to do the rabble-rousing thing. And Marcus Loveless says, or actually I say, it's not always best to build your own house. Everyone's situation is different. And I go on to explain, and Marcus Loveless comes back and say, you know, Eric, I understand you biased to get your home sold. Much luck. And I say, you know, Marcus Loveless, no bias at all, my friend, as the house has already sold, just waiting on the final closing. My goal is not simply to sell a house, but to give good advice whether a person prefers to build or buy. And so the house, well, you know, we had all this criticism from internet trolls like Marcus Loveless. The house sold in 7 days after John dropped that video, right? So at the Nativeborn put the video, the house sold just like that because smart buyers understood the value that they would get. Never came here to see the house, but they understood, and great people, you know, we're friends now. They visited since they purchased. They just left, I guess, maybe about a month ago. But at any rate, Marcus Loveless goes on after I told Marcus Loveless the house sold. Marcus Loveless says, I hope that the sucker, oops, I meant the person, got his or her money worth. And I reply and say, your comments speak volumes about your character, and I really do feel sorry for you. I sincerely hope you find peace in your life. Good luck. But I bring up this Marcus Loveless because this is kind of a sampling of what we see in our community. Like we say, well, we don't know who Marcus Loveless is. Now Marcus Loveless posted a video of some gentlemen that I know. I have met these two gentlemen. They are here in Ghana, and they had a live stream, I guess on Facebook. You do live stream, and where they talk to people. So apparently Marcus Loveless, again under a different name, is trolling them. And then Marcus Loveless takes the video and posts on Marcus Loveless YouTube saying fake Ra Stas. And you know, when they were on the YouTube, the gentleman that Marcus Loveless is going back and forth with, they're speculating that perhaps this is some white guy pretending to be black or some white supremacist. Yeah, my buddy. Now I ain't tell them this, but there's no white guy. It's a black guy, and it's a black American. See, because I know who Marcus Loveless is. Marcus Loveless doesn't realize, well, Marcus Loveless probably realized now that I know who they are. Because I'm telling you, I know very well who Marcus Loveless is. And Marcus Loveless is black. Marcus Loveless is black American. Now, here's the issue, and this is why I bring up Marcus Loveless just came back to me. Because I posted a video, the last video that I posted about the land, about where I said, don't say, you know, I didn't warn you about what's happening in Ghana. And I talked about our sustainable community. Well, guess who pops up? Marcus Loveless. Now, this time, Marcus Loveless' first comment is that this guy sounds like a used car salesman. Like, okay, thank you for the compliment, because, you know, used car salesmen can sell. So I didn't know I could sell that well. But anyway, you know, next comment was to somebody, and Marcus Loveless said, who the F wants to buy a 300 square foot house, move all the way halfway around the world to live in a 300 square foot home. Now, Marcus Loveless ignored the fact that I said that the homes begin at 300 square feet and they go up to 3,200 square feet. So Marcus Loveless has this selective hearing where Marcus Loveless just tries to be as negative as possible and says who wants to live. Now, Marcus Loveless is in Ghana, so Marcus Loveless should understand that there are people in Ghana who live in small homes, and there's a whole movement in America of people going to tiny homes. So it's not unquestionable for people who are just looking for a very simple life to move into a tiny home. I know tiny homes that are smaller than 300 square feet. But if it doesn't work for you, you can always purchase a larger home. Is that not obvious? But it wasn't obvious to Marcus Loveless, whose goal is to spread negativity. Let's spread anger. Let's spread hatred. Let's spread division. Let's spread, you know, every negative imaginable. And so Marcus Loveless flies under the banner of being Pan-Africanist, coming over here, you know, all garbs, and hey, I'm blacker than black, I'm gonna be the blackest person here. And so when I look at this, I have to just wonder to myself, what are we doing as a people? Because, you know, I mean, Marcus Loveless is always one of the most vocal people around. But now Marcus comes to my page. Now I just deleted Marcus and silenced Marcus, so Marcus Loveless can't just be coming to my page going on a tangent. I'll let Marcus stew in it in his or her own misery. I just don't get it that we go out of our way to try and destroy one another, right? And then we say it's the white man doing it, or it's the system doing it, without looking at us. Us, that's who's doing it, guys. And I think we have to get beyond that. Like I said, if you come over here, don't get caught into this extremism. I'm extreme. The white man holding you back. Just come over here, have a good plan, and don't get caught into this, we got to keep on talking about what the white man doing to us and the white man holding us. Because if you love each other, then it doesn't matter who's trying to hold you back, right? You just have to love one another. You just have to be willing to work hard and keep your head and just stop focusing so much on what they did to you, right? And focus on the opportunities here. Like if you have a plan, boom, come over here, do a business plan. Take that business plan to some of these business people. Oh, they're black business people. You can get in front of them and you can pitch your idea. You can you can go to the bank, especially you get your citizenship, then, you go to the bank, you pitch your idea to the bankers, you can go to some doctors, to some lawyers. These people got money and they might be willing to listen to you, right? I mean, if you just go and get you a piece of land and start farming the land and start selling the vegetables, or whatever. It's just we just can't get caught up into this whole thing about what the man is doing to us, even here. It's like at some point we got to get beyond that, people. At what point are we going to get out of this whole victimization mentality where everything is blamed on somebody else, and behind the scenes we are working to destroy one another? It's like, hey, let me see if I can do. I mean, when you go through this effort, you go through this much effort to post negative video footage on somebody and to troll their Facebook page or to troll their YouTube channel, and you just keep doing it, and and it's just a repeating pattern. For one, the data here, and the person is here in Ghana, but one, the data is expensive, so for you to just spend all of your time doing that, it just shows me something about your character. And I'm sorry if you hear the squeaking. This chair's, I have to get another one, but I ain't gonna go out and just get no chair just because I'm doing YouTube videos. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk to you about today. Is we have to move beyond this, what the Marcus Lovelesses of the world are doing, this anger and hatred. It's not gonna get us anywhere, people. Just forgive and move on with your life, okay? And let's not be a negative to the continent. Let's have the people here say we're happy that we extended our hand to the diasporans coming back home, but not down the road be regretting it because we coming over here destroying and causing friction and chaos and destruction. Let's not do that, okay? So at any rate, if you're getting something out of this, what we're talking about, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts, like, share, comment, and let's talk about it. And you can always check me out on Facebook at facebook.com/Eric McNeil. It's free. And as always, hoorah, ahuru. Now be free.